Hi there, my name's Willie D, and I saw a post on Hubley cars and someone asked, does anybody else do stuff for it? Well, I do parts for it all the time, and I want to just show you some of the stuff I do. This is the headlamps, and these wear headlamps on the Hubley car, and you know they have the paper inserts. I'll bring it up closer there. And I put in these jewels, basically with a little bit of epoxy, I glued them in. But look how much nicer it looks. Now those jewels are just the plastic stones you can buy down in art shops. You can get different sizes and they just pop right in there. There you go. So that's the first car. Now the second car, it was missing the bonnet which I built, which I'll get into later on a later video. But I want to just stick with the lights for a sec. It was missing the bracket and the lights, and as you can see, it's brass and it's soldered onto this bar. Well, the bar is just a white coat hanger. You can take the pliers and you cut it. There we go. And you take the plastic off with a knife. You just scrape it off. I'll get a knife here just to, you just scrape the plastic off or whatever you want to do to get the plastic off. And then you bend it to whatever requirement the car is, like this. I know some of them have a half bend on the top here, so they kind of go in a loop like that, right? And then you do the other side, right? And there's your car, and you straighten it up and you fit it in. You might have to drill the holes in the car a little bit, and then you cut it off. Oh, that's a hard cut. Drop the bar, hang on, pick that up. And there you go, you got your little bar in front. So what you get next is you can get these rings. This is a little too small, but you get these eyelet rings for screws. Down at the hardware store, you get one a little larger than this. And to your amazement, the jewel pops right into them, right? And it makes a lovely socket for the car. So what you do then is you solder, I'm going to get up to show you, you solder the brass or the ring onto the top of the clothes hanger that you've bent and stripped of the plastic, and then you pop in your eyepiece, your plastic piece again with a little bit of glue, and there you go, you've got two lovely lights. So it's not that difficult to do. You may have to drill the holes in front here a little bit depending on the size. And then I did another one. Didn't turn out as good as the first one. It's got a little bit of marking here with the glue. I used the wrong glue maybe. But I've also soldered one of those eyelids on, but it wasn't the right size. So I added this ring in front to give it a bit more depth, and then there's the glass on and the bar across. I use an electric solder gun. There you go. I use the Velar electric solder gun. And I use the flux, and then just the standard silver solder. So there you go, that's that done. And there's the lights, 3 different ways of doing them. I've used these as backlights on some things. They're just tabs for folders. You cut them off and you can glue them on or solder them on. I put them on tin toys. They make great backlights. Now this one is just one of those pins, right, for sticking in cardboard. You can buy them in different colors, but you can actually make that into a nice little headlight, reverse light or backlight if you want. It's a little bit large for the Hubleys, but it does work. Now here we go is another problem that people are having. Their gear shift is missing. Here's a pop rivet. Now you take the pop rivet, turn it upside down, and hammer the nail out of it, right? See if I can do that here right now. There we go. So I've hammered, I'm going to get up and show you this. I've hammered the outlet off by putting it through the edge of the plier, just hammering down and pushing this up. You turn it around and you epoxy it in to the bottom of the car, and you have a fantastic gear shift. You can bend it a little if you want. Lovely looking gear shift for your Hubley car. So there you go, there's another tip. So there's many different ways of improving your Hubley, and as you can see on this car here, I've done the wheels differently. I've high-teched them because, you know, the spokes were all broken on them when I got it, and I wanted to bring it back to life without buying new wheels, so I did that. I made it kind of retro, and on this one, and I will show you wheels later, I'll do a video on wheels, and this one I did the spare wheel different to the others, and it doesn't really bother. It looks like it's a spare and it's done on purpose. And so I've done that. And here I'm missing the roof, but I didn't really want a roof. I love looking in at the gear shift. There's the pot rivet gear shift inside. I love that you can look in. I made a steering wheel, which I'll get into later, and I put this chrome piece. Keep some, you know, if you got an old toaster or an old piece of some equipment and you're throwing it away, keep the chrome on it. It really makes a finish on your model car sometimes. So I hope this helped you with your renovation of or restoration of your car or your Hubley car. And I'll come back with more videos on the wheels and the bonnet, bending tin, that kind of thing. But for now, I'm Willie D. Go restore a Hubley.